Karim gets himself in his cubicle, drinks his regular cup of coffee while reading emails as his colleague Tarek approaches him. "Hey man, how are you?" Karim, 174 unread emails along with 7 new tasks that were assigned to me yesterday. Living the dream. How come they assigned you all these tasks at once? I thought you were a master in corporate politics. Karim, we had a stand-up meeting with all department executives, and before assigning tasks, the manager applauded me for getting most tasks executed ahead of the deadlines. I started thinking that this kind of praise would be followed by some sort of a bonus or promotion, until I found it was all about more tasks heading my way. Tarek, why didn't you object? I know the amount of work would be overwhelming, but if I get it done on time, my name would be included on most of the reports delivered to the upper management. If I don't deliver on time, or if my reports turn out to be faulty, it would be the manager's fault as he officially assigned me all these tasks on the system, and that's something he ought to explain to his managers. Thank God we're not in the same department, applauds Mr. Devil. How have you been, Mr. Angel, and how you got these bruises up your forehead? Tarek, these were from the protests last night at Tahrir Square. Aren't you gonna stop endangering yourself and start accepting facts as they are? I'm sorry my activities aren't up to your standards, but when you were reading your books, watching TV, or planning your set of dates for the next week, some of us were trying to bring justice to this country. Karim, what kind of justice do you think you can bring with protesting? Do you think the army generals will start reconsidering the bloodshed on the streets? Are you hoping that the head of SCAF will call for a meeting with his fellow generals and tell them, "Hey people, we've not handled the situation properly, our soldiers have killed and injured a lot of civilians, and we all shall be executed," or are you hoping for an apology? People of Egypt, we're sorry we killed some of you, but their families will receive a monthly payment of 5,000 LE, just like the victims of last January. You're all heroes and we're all sorry. I appreciate your sense of humor, but the subject isn't really open for jokes. What I'm hoping for is just what everyone else should be trying to achieve, to keep protesting until we get rid of SCAF, and put these generals where they belong, in jail, along with their predecessor. No one believed that we're capable of kicking Mubarak out of his castle, but it was all over in 18 days. No one believed Mubarak would be overthrown because no one thought that the army leaders would let him go. But now you're fighting those leaders, you're face to face with the devil. So, what do you think we should do? What brilliant alternatives have you got? What about staying out of trouble for a change? I sympathize with all of you, but what is really worth dying for? Is it for a hideous monthly compensation for your family that they may have trouble receiving? Never mind the deaths, after all you'll think you have died defending a principle. What about the injuries? I've watched that video of an officer aiming at the eyes of protesters. How many have lost an eye since January until now, and what have actually changed other than the name of the sitting president? What kind of job or life can you have in a third world country after losing one of your eyes or both? Do you think a mysterious hero will drop from the sky, kill the generals, rule the country with God's ethical standards, and we can all live happily ever after? Tarek, believe it or not, a principle like justice is worth dying for. I do believe you, but I can't take the risk. If I'm going to lose one of my eyes for justice, that justice shall be packaged in a box full of chocolates and delivered to my doorsteps on the same night. Tarek, you'll only lose an eye if one of your dates ran into you and decided to poke it because you never called her back. Then I'll better keep my head down, and let's count this as one more time you successfully dragged me into a conversation that I never enjoyed. Congrats. Yeah, I never get enough of your insightful words. Anyway, I have good and bad news. Which one do you want to hear first? Hit me with the bad first. Tarek, our team-building trip has been postponed due to the current status of the country. They'll schedule it as soon as they feel it's safe to travel. Damn it! How are we ever expecting foreign tourists to get back to visiting our country if we're all too afraid to travel around? The upper management lacks care for the Egyptian economy. Oh, look who has suddenly started caring about his country's well-being. I just thought you'd need one more of my enlightening thoughts. Anyway, I've booked you as my room partner, and this shall never change. Even if they wait until I'm dead to organize that trip, you'll have to go in our room with my ghost and write an impressive report about our team's bond. I'd enjoy watching you conduct this report, along with the loads of assignments you have on your shoulders. It'll be fun if I'm dead first. Don't be selfish. Egypt needs people like you to stay alive. You're the fuel of the imaginary revolution. After dropping that bomb, what good news do you have for me? I'd better be winning the Oscars. You didn't, but Ahmed's daughter has totally recovered, and her doctor said that she can get back to her college starting tomorrow. Great, we can both offer him a cup of coffee in one of the places nearby after work. His daughter is back from the dead, and all you can offer is a cup of coffee? Yeah, he has to fix us coffee every single day. We can buy him coffee for a change. I and Mona have already brought a cake, so we can celebrate with him during the break. Okay, I'll meet you there. Can I get back to my assignments now, sir? Just one more thing, when we're all in the room, I'll take the sugar packs next to the coffee maker and hide them away. You'll complain about it and ask Ahmed to bring sugar so we can get the cake and candles out on the table before he gets back. Why me? I don't like complaining. Ask someone else to do it. Tarek, because he'd never think that you're preparing a surprise for someone. I'm sure he's amazed that you can recall his name. You'd be equally amazed by my ability to ruin surprises if I couldn't get some work done before the break. So you'd better leave me alone and start praying.